Hi everybody, welcome back to Daravision. This is the San Diego Comic-Con edition. I just got back to wonderful Midwest of the USA, and I went to the best experience of my life. San Diego Comic-Con 2015 was a blast. I had a terrific Hall H experience where I got to go to the Hunger Games panel. My dad was a trooper. Shout out to Kaz for waiting in long lines with me and waking up at the crack of dawn to get me in line to get into Hall H, where the biggest thing probably of the week happened. There was a panel without description prior to the Hunger Game panel, like in the schedule. And it said open road, right? People are trying to figure out, what does this mean? What is this? Then next thing you know, we realize it's a studio. We see on stage, in the big screen, a trailer for Rock the Casbah, Bill Murray's new film, written by Mitch Glazer. Looks terrific, really funny. Zooey Deschanel is in it, Kate Hudson, all-star cast. Looks really, really interesting and good. Next thing you know, like smoke and lights come up and Bill Murray is singing Smoke on the Water as his character, and goes down the crowd onto the panel, and they do this kind of wonderful 45-minute long discussion about his career, film, life, race relations. Couldn't have been more wonderful and such a surprise. And I will say this, Bill Murray comes down after the panel, and he is signing autographs, taking pictures with a few people, and he shakes my and my father's hand. We were freaking out, fist bumping each other, high-fiving. It was fantastic. And then the Hunger Games panel begins like 20 minutes later. Crazy. It starts out with timpani drums and these people dressed in like militaristic white uniforms. And then we see a kind of a bumper trailer of the militaristic dressed men and women with guns kind of doing a synchronized dance of sorts, and out comes Jennifer Lawrence in this like her red battle uniform, epic, wonderful, and then the crowd comes out, and it's moderated by Conan O'Brien. Couldn't be cooler. He was so funny, seemed to really want to be there, that he chose the panel to get to moderate. It was so great. Jennifer Lawrence is everything you kind of want her to be. She was funny and self-deprecating and super beautiful, but without being pretentious about it. And you have no reason to hate her because she seems really nice, even though you kind of want to hate her a little bit because she's so pretty and has everything going for her, and she's only like 24. But that being said, she seems super cool. And Josh Hutcherson is a charmer. He makes one laugh. He seems to have such a great rapport with Jennifer Lawrence, and Liam Hemsworth just makes girls swoon. That's all the girls were doing, just swooning. He would breathe, and people would go, ah. It was great. And they had a producer there, and then Francis Lawrence, the director of the Catching Fire and the last two Mockingjay films, was there. And he had a lot of really, interesting and thoughtful things to say about the filmmaking process, what it was like to shoot in Europe versus in Georgia, how that changed the way they shot the film. They all seemed to really have a wonderful time. They seemed to feel like they were going to miss the experience. And then we get to see a long trailer for the new picture that's coming out in November, and it was as epic as you'd want it to be. The bass was booming. It was great. Saw stuff that we can't wait. It's like, and it was wonderful. It was so good, in fact, that at the end of the panel, the crowd chanted to show the trailer again. That's how into it we were. It was a lot of fun, and worth the sleepless nights and lack of food and water. So that was actually Thursday. I got to go from Wednesday through, I actually had tickets through Sunday, but we had to travel on Sunday to get back home, so I didn't get to do much on Sunday, but I spent a lot of time in wonderful ADA lines. Shout out to Gina and Kim and even Yvonne and Sally and all the wonderful people that made being in line so much more bearable and so friendly. I also went to a lot of Nerd HQ stuff, Viva La Nerdalution. I'm wearing a Nerd HQ shirt right now, and it's pretty fantastic. That was put on, that's a outside of Comic-Con. Zachary Levi puts it on for Smiles for Smiles, and it's for Operation Smiles, for an organization that helps children who have cleft palates and facial deformities, and they live in areas where medical treatment of that kind is not readily available. So everything that you did monetarily went to that charity for the Nerd HQ. They had conversations for a cause. I got to see Elijah Wood's conversation. He was thoughtful and funny, and both Zachary Levi and Alan Tudyk of Firefly Flame moderated that panel. All they did was take questions from the audience the whole time. He talked about his experiences on Lord of the Rings, that he's a foodie and he lives in Austin, and what film festivals he likes to attend, and just kind of what it was like growing up as a child actor and how he dodged the pitfalls of being a child actor due to his family and how he was raised. And he just seems like a very cool, fun, excited, nerdy individual. And actually, after the panel, they very kindly whisked us away, and we were able to get pictures with Elijah Wood, which was awesome. I was able to ask him what his favorite Prince song is. I know he's a Prince fan. He's really big into music. He does DJ work and stuff, and I might have a little bit of a celeb crush on him, just a small one. But his favorite Prince song is Erotic City, which is fantastic. Blends both Prince and Parliament Funkadelic into one excellent jam. If you don't know it, check it out. I want to say a big thank you to the Nerd HQ volunteers, Jamie especially. They helped me with a lot of my ADA needs in terms of my disability and needing seating, and they couldn't have been nicer and more wonderful to work with. I also got a chance to meet a wonderful gal named Greta and another gal named Liz, who were fantastic. They were also at the panel, and they were big Brian O'Malley fans and Supernatural fans, so we got to talk about our fandoms. It was a great time. I got a picture with Alan Tudyk. He was hilarious and really kind. So couldn't have asked for a better time at those events. San Diego is magnificent. It was beautiful every day. The winds were great. The sun was always out. Everyone was smiling. There were people from all over the world coming across San Diego at this time. The crowds were immense and oftentimes overwhelming, but in a lot of ways it was great because everybody was really polite. We were all in it together. There was tons of stuff going on with Star Wars. The exhibit halls were amazing. I'm a bit of a toy collector myself because I'm a big kid, so I might have hit up the Mattel booth once, twice, 3 times perhaps. I hooked my brother up with some nerdy Transformer stuff. Shout out to Jay. And it was a great time. We stayed in the Mission Valley area. That was really lovely. I suggest everyone go at least once. And you're like, I might be trying to go again. Fingers and toes crossed as that happens. I will tell you more and have pictures to post here sooner than later. But I wanted to get some good tidbits out to you. Alright, thanks for joining me. Talk to you later. Bye.